When I picture someone from the upper class, I usually imagine a person who's a member of a country club, drives a luxury car, goes on extravagant ski vacations, or maybe even has 5 different therapists. But the reality is you don't need nearly as much net worth as you might think to be considered upper class. In today's video, we're breaking down the different economic classes in the US, along with their net worth ranges and typical characteristics. We'll be using data from the US Census and other research studies to get a clear picture. Understanding net worth by quintiles. The census divides the population into 5 quintiles, which basically represent 20% segments of the US population. That means we've got data on the bottom 20%, the next 20%, and so on, up to the top 20%. Let's start with the lowest 20%, often referred to as the poverty class. According to the most recent data from 2020, the median net worth in this group is just $6,030. Now, just to be clear, having $6,030 in net worth doesn't mean you simply have that much in your checking account. Net worth is calculated as total assets minus total liabilities. For example, say you have $10,000 in checking, $40,000 in retirement savings, a home worth $500,000. That brings your total assets to $550,000. If you owe $300,000 on a mortgage and $100,000 in student loans, your total liabilities would be $400,000. That leaves you with a net worth of $150,000. Net worth is actually a pretty solid measure of wealth. Sure, you could have a high income, but if you spend most of it, you're not really building wealth. That's why net worth also reflects your spending habits, discipline, and overall financial health. Bottom quintile, 0-20%. The average household income in this group falls between $25,000 and $27,000 per year. In 2022, the official poverty line was $35,801. So if you earn less than that, you're considered below the poverty threshold. People in this category often live paycheck to paycheck. Many are stuck in debt cycles and struggle to get ahead. They might be working minimum wage or just above, and many haven't completed high school. This group may also include young adults just entering the workforce. If you're in this group, don't feel discouraged. Later in this video, I'll share some strategies for moving up through the different financial tiers. Second quintile, 20-40%. The lower middle class next up is the 20th to 40th percentile. The median net worth here is around $43,760. This marks the start of the middle class, more specifically, the lower middle class. Average household income here is about $48,500 per year, which is still below the US median of $70,784. This group includes recent college grads, blue-collar workers like factory employees or farmers, and new immigrants trying to get settled. According to the Middle Class Task Force, a government initiative launched in 2009, there are 6 major goals or signs that you're in the middle class. 1. Home ownership. 2. Owning a vehicle. 3. Access to higher education. 4. Retirement savings. 5. Health insurance. 6. Ability to take a family vacation. The last one, vacationing, really stands out. It's proof that the middle class isn't just surviving anymore. They're starting to spend money on wants, not just needs. At this stage, it's common to see people with stable jobs, yet spending a bit too much on things like cars, shopping, or even collectible plush toys. Looking at you, Squishmallows. They earn a decent income, but often don't invest enough for their future. To move up, the key is to boost income, live below your means, and invest the difference. Middle quintile, 40-60%. The solid middle class, right in the middle of the distribution, is what I call the straight up middle class. The median net worth here is about $140,700, and the average income closely aligns with the national median, roughly $70,000 to $71,000 per year. People in this tier often work white-collar jobs or are skilled blue-collar professionals. Think nurses, office managers, massage therapists, truck drivers, and salespeople. A net worth over $100K is significant. Many reach this milestone simply by consistently saving and investing over time or by being older. Most people in this bracket are in their late 30s to early 40s. If you're younger and haven't hit $100K in net worth yet, don't stress. It could just be a matter of time. With a decent salary and smart financial habits, you can easily surpass this benchmark. One famous example is a janitor who saved and invested so diligently that he ended up with over $8 million by the time he was 92. He lived simply, invested in blue chip stocks, and let compound interest do its magic. Even saving just $100 per month from age 25 to 65 could grow your net worth to over $335,000, putting you well into the upper middle class. Fourth quintile, 60-80%, the upper middle class. Now we're getting into the upper middle class. The median net worth here is around $291 to $800, and household income typically ranges from $100,000 to $150,000 per year. You don't need to earn 6 figures to be in this group though, especially by your mid-50s. The average 55-year-old has a net worth of about $239,900. So who's in this group? Usually professionals with advanced degrees or specialized careers. Think engineers, psychologists, architects, and accountants. They value education, often own homes, and frequently invest in real estate or stocks. Even though they have solid incomes, many in this bracket still aren't financially free. In fact, nearly half of people earning over 100K report still living paycheck to paycheck. That's proof that income alone doesn't guarantee financial security. It's how you manage that income that counts. Top quintile, 80-100%, the upper class. Finally, we reach the top 20%, also known as the upper class. The median net worth here is $608,900, and household income is roughly $237,000 per year, adjusted for inflation. People in this group are often concentrated in high-income regions like the East Coast, e.g. New York, Boston, Cambridge, the West Coast, especially Silicon Valley, which has the highest share of upper-class residents in the US. And while many are in tech, you'll also find doctors, psychiatrists, dentists, senior finance professionals, and marketing executives here. What's inspiring is that you don't need to work in tech or be born wealthy to join this group. With consistent saving and investing, even just $200 a month from age 25 to 65, you can build a solid net worth. People in this class typically have all their needs covered. They're focused on passive income, legacy planning, retirement, and providing quality education for their kids. Their wealth often comes from retirement accounts, home equity, and investments, not just from high salaries. Global perspective. If you live in the US or another wealthy country, it's easy to lose sight of the global picture. Here's a quick look at global income brackets. Less than $2 a day, bottom 20% worldwide. $2 a day, lower to middle income. $10 to $20 a day, middle income. $20-50 a day, upper middle income. Over $50 a day, high income. Top 20% globally. So if you're making more than $50 a day, you're already in the top 20% globally. It's a powerful reminder of how fortunate many of us are. As Naval Ravikant once said, everyone can be rich. 200 years ago, even royalty didn't have electricity, antibiotics, or smartphones. Today, the average person in a developed country lives better than kings did centuries ago. That's the power of wealth creation. Final thoughts. If your net worth is $608,900 or higher, congrats. You're in the US upper class. But no matter where you fall, wealth is something you can build over time through smart saving, investing, and good financial habits. And finally, check out the video on the screen right now to see how much money you should have saved by age. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.